Hello everyone, Freejack Prepper here. I was thinking earlier, and I've been very curious about this, but what kind of prepper are you? Are you a situational type of prepper who preps for an individual scenario that you feel might be the most prevalent that's going to happen in society today? Or do you consider yourself more of a jack-of-all-trade prepper who is planning for everything and anything that may or may not happen? Well, if you're a situational type of prepper, you have plenty to choose from. You have civil unrest, economic collapse, a pandemic, natural disaster, which can include volcano, earthquakes, meteor impacts, or hurricanes. Are you concerned more with EMPs, whether it's done intentionally through terrorists or aggression, or through a solar storm? Are you prepping for the potential of war, whether from outside forces or civil war within this country? Or are you more of one that's concerned about the biological and chemical aspect of a terrorist form of attack, even if it was domestic terrorism? That's quite a list. And how does one actually prepare for one without preparing for the other? I mean, let's take economic collapse. Well, if there's an economic collapse, there's of course going to be civil unrest. If there's natural disaster, you will have civil unrest, EMP, civil unrest, war, nuclear war, biological or chemical. You're still going to have civil unrest, so that's more of a subcategory. It's an after effect. It's a byproduct of anything that could possibly happen in this country. There will be civil unrest. Just as there's going to be civil unrest, then you're also going to have financial collapse. All those situations are going to cause the economy to plummet, whether it be a pandemic, a natural disaster. All these different things are going to impact the financial status of the world and the nation. So as you can see, they're all connected. I know some are worried more than others that it's going to be this New World Order aggression by our own government and outside governments. And honestly, to be quite truthful, I see that being more and more prevalent day by day. You can just listen to our so-called politicians, and their rhetoric alone can make you afraid that that is the direction this country's going. Of course we can call ourselves preppers. That's what we do. We prepare, we consider, we plan out scenarios. We consider what is our aspects when it comes to water and food and medicine and warmth and electricity, the bare necessities that we have in our modern society. More importantly, we prepare ourselves and our families for defending ourselves. There's going to be no police, and we know that police cannot prevent crime. They're very good at coming to identify the crime scene and to mark out your body, but they can't prevent the crime from happening to you in the first place. But are you then sort of the all-around prepper, that you are aware of everything that's going on in the world, and you're simply planning for the what if? From my standpoint, looking at history and global and economical situations that we are in now, my advice would be to prep for the everything. There's no way to determine what exactly you can prep for because one is connected to the other. It becomes a house of cards, dominoes if you wish to look at it that way. And for every individual thing that could cause it, there's going to be so many repercussions down the line. And that's the thing. There's not going to be one key factor. There's not going to be a precursor that we are going to say, this is a time we have to act. Because all the precursors are already sitting there. They're out there. We read it in the news. We hear it. We might even deal with it on a day-to-day basis. So we know that the precursors are there. But what is actually going to be the primer? What's going to cause it? What's the catalyst that's going to make it all start to topple down? And I don't think there's any way that anyone can prepare for that exact scenario. So for my advice to you, that when you are prepping, take a lot of things in consideration. But you can't prep for every single thing. Why? Because you probably don't have the space. We already know how much space prepping takes up in our homes and our property, our apartments. And so there's only so much you can prep for. But if you prep for a little bit of everything, something will work. This is Freejack Prepper out. Be safe, live free, and God bless America. Thank you.